All right. Let's see. Okay, this is our standard 10 debriefing. We interviewed the lead teacher. He's the guy he's the administrator for the English department. And we found out some. I'm actually kind of glad we did this interview because we found out some pretty interesting stuff. And just to debrief really quickly, I wish we had the list of the standards that we could.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
I can maybe pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, see if we can get standard 10, and we'll touch a bit on
maybe
each
you just
standard.
start with those there.
We heard about the incident where there was when we're talking about families, how there was a teacher that went through the avenues of writing up a formal complaint letter, and then eventually ended up meeting the parent, and which for this school it's so rare. There's hardly any
That's
teacher.
just for Korea, that is very unusual.
And we also heard about how they're going to be now, because like when we have open class, it's like they sit in the back. We don't even talk to them. They leave. Now the parents that can speak English want to talk to us, and I heard this year that's going to be a change that's happening. So we heard a lot of kind of interesting things, especially with our orientation. When we're doing the collaborating, we're going to be sitting with the people the grade that we're teaching, and we're going to have meetings every hour. We're going to be doing demo lessons from the material that we'll be teaching that year, which is something different. Last year they just gave us a random grade, a random book, and told us to do a demo lesson. Now it's being more relevant, where we're going to be doing our demo for the material that we're going to be teaching, which is, I think, a pretty huge improvement. It's kind of a coincidence that I'm actually doing standard 10 at this time, because if there was any time of the year, we would have nothing. So I feel kind of fortunate to be able to do this. And we talked about how the supportive culture. It's SDA. They have religion class. So that's definitely. Do you have the standard 10 now?
Yeah, so that's pretty much the first one there.
So we did the first one.
Yeah.
We talked about collaborative school, involvement, school-wide efforts. Yeah, and they talked about how there's really no communication, because this is a campus where there's the elementary school, the middle school, the high school, university. It's all in one massive campus. Interesting that they don't really collaborate. It's all separate. What was this one? Schools as an organization, and we talked about that again with the SDA and how they have the religious class. What else? Respect to families. We touched on that with the complaint letters and how things are going to be changing. We just discussed that earlier. Advocating for students. That was something that was kind of tough to put into words and to get a response. But we were talking about how they have student.
It's like student government or whatever.
Yeah, where they
call it?
the student president,
Yeah.
where they become in charge of their grade, and I like John's answer about how they were trying to advocate for some change, especially with the lunches and certain things, but they try, is basically what John said. They try. But yeah, so lots of interesting stuff.
I thought it was interesting about the collaborating with U.S. teachers. That's completely.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool too. Yeah, they're bringing in teachers from the States. Yeah. But I was pretty happy with that interview, and we were really lucky to get him. This is the last day of the semester, and he's dealing with graduation right now. And we were really fortunate to have him talk to us. And I guess anything else you want to add about the debriefing?
No, I think that's good, especially when considering kind of at the school there's like 3 or 4 layers of like people here. You got the foreign teachers, and you have like John, who's kind of in between, then Korean teachers, and then you have their administrators
And the
and
Korean
principals.
English teachers.
Yeah, it's really hard to get that all together. So.
But they and the school is progressing though. Like they've definitely made like I said, this is gonna be my 5th year here, and they've definitely made some pretty big changes with their testing and with communication and collaboration as well. So all interesting to think, and I think we're the only ones who got a heads up on what's going on in orientation, which is kind of cool.
Even how they just redid the teachers' room to make it into a what you call it, like a conference room.
Yeah, the teachers' room before there was nowhere to sit or to do anything, and you know they completely redid it and brought in a big table with enough chairs for everyone. Yeah, there wasn't even enough chairs.
No,
for everyone to sit in there.
Leftovers, and now we're gonna have bi-weekly meetings.
Now we're gonna have, that's true too. Yeah, we're gonna have the meetings.
So they kind of want to be more hands-on, maybe.
That's interesting though that we're doing this standard, and they are. You can see that the school is making an effort to make collaboration happen.
Sounds like there's some competition though too, if the government's cracking down.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But overall, this has been an interesting standard, just to say the least. All right.